That's what...
I shouldn't do that.
I mean, at this point, no.
It just keeps them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, hold them accountable. That's fire. All right, podcast started?
It's here, dude. Fucking, there was a minute in recording. I'll have to edit that first part out. But fuck it.
It's all good.
Kill Your Ego Show, episode fucking 20, dude. We've made it here.
Episode 20?
Episode fucking 20, bro. You know we've done way more than that, but that's episode 20 that we've edited, wrote, and fucking did the whole thing.
I got videos of like the old place.
Yeah.
You know, I was sitting at the little table.
Yeah.
What do you do at that table? Where is that table?
It's still at my spot. I have it for the new studio, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's coming to use, you know?
You'll see it again.
So that was the biggest thing. I was just like, well, we put all the money towards it. We even bought a tablecloth.
Oh yeah, I don't have the tablecloth.
No,
remember I spray painted it black.
Yeah, you spray painted.
So now I don't even.
Oh wait, we didn't get a tablecloth.
What I'm gonna do is I spray paint it black and I'm gonna screen print a big KYE skull in the center of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It'll look sick.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna clear coat the top of it where it's reflective.
I fuck with that.
I got an idea, dude.
Get like some proxy going on that bitch.
It was KYE, Kill Your Ego Show, motherfucking podcast, motherfuckers, with the three motherfuckers on the motherfucking couch. We're gonna smoke 20 joints back to back to back.
I was literally talking about the fucking table.
I never said hello, bro.
It's fine. It's on you.
So you chose to interrupt me, man, when I was talking about the table? That's
God damn it.
Kill your ego, bro.
You.
That is the most.
Both of us.
The irony and ignorance.
That's the most ironic thing I've ever heard. To say the least.
KYE podcast, though. Yeah. I don't even know if we'll ever see that table again. So he's gonna do a lot of stuff with it. So hopefully I see that table.
Yeah, you will, dude. I wanna make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Cause like I said, the new studio, but we're gonna have like black lights and like fucking like weird shit lighting in there. So hopefully it'll be reflective. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay. Well, yeah. See my face. Remind myself of what I hate the most.
A constant rave.
Hell yeah.
My pants are backwards.
Spell what?
My pants are backwards.
I thought you said spell cancer backwards.
Never heard that one before.
I was like, I wonder how that's going to come out.
I need a real fish tank.
Spell cancer backwards.
I was like, I'll figure that out real quick. Hold on.
That's a setup for a cool joke.
I got it.
Is that you or me?
It was all of us.
Yeah, watch out, Des. You're going to have some retaliation coming at you after yesterday.
They're coming for you.
Yeah.
So I had my review, and they're like, you're doing great.
Except one thing.
Yeah, they did say except one thing. They're like, you're tardy too much. And I was like, bro, I came in at 9:06. Give me some fucking slack, bro.
Yeah, no. That's the thing, bro.
I'm at 9:06.
I hate that shit so much. I get it, but at the same time, I hate it. You know?
6 minutes, bro.
But it's not even 6 minutes. It's because, like, the new thing we got at work is the one that marks it and tracks it.
Yeah.
And it's not like they can go in and just fucking fix everything now.
It is if we just don't clock in and then they put the time in after.
Whoa, dude, we're literally recording this. Like, what's going on?
Dude, no, they're not. He told me he watched an episode for fucking 15 episodes ago.
I have to edit all of this
Damn
out.
it. No, it's okay, so keep it
We
in.
lost a viewer, bro. We lost a viewer.
Dude, well, we got to gain one back. That's how it goes. You lose one to gain one, brother.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we gained one with that little cancer joke. Well, there wasn't a cancer joke. Fuck, I shouldn't say that.
Now, what you got to do is on YouTube.
I don't like joking about
It's
cancer.
all bullshit. You got to pay
right.
for. You got to pay for views, dude. So like that's why everyone like nobody wants to talk. Everyone you see has paid for views.
How much do views cost?
A lot. But I'll pay for it.
A lot of what? Schmeckles? A lot of rubies?
Come on, Des.
A lot of
You're in
fish?
America. Dollars.
USD, it's the most valuable currency there is.
A lot of Bitcoin?
Not for long.
Oh, that's what they say, but.
Nah, dude.
Dude,
it's
water-
It's funny, though.
Fizz?
I only drink fizzy water, Des.
Seltzer.
You know that.
Seltzer water.
It's Topo Chico, brother. You know that. You're from Mexico.
Yeah. They got those over there.
I'm kidding, dude.
Mexican.
But yeah, dude, that's what's interesting about fizzy water. It spills all over you and makes it look like you pissed your fucking pants. So.
Yeah,
Well, look like I pissed my pants twice at work, bro.
Yeah, have you guys ever pissed your pants?
No. Well, maybe I was a fucking kid.
Yeah, I pissed my pants at school
When
once.
I was a kid, I used to go to
I remember
daycare all the
doing
time, and I would like piss my pants. The one time when I was a kid, I pissed my pants, and like I was like I don't know, maybe like 4 years old, and they would like ship your ass to like fucking Chuck E. Cheese. One time I pissed my pants on the way to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's wild.
Your drink
You
is
were
just way
sitting
too
in-
mesmerizing right now. It's
You were
just
sitting in your own piss?
liquid pop rocks.
That sucks.
And no one
and
ever...
the bus smelled, I bet.
No, I
have peed myself one time.
I bet it smelled like straight pneumonia, like straight like
cat, oh my god, dude.
Cat piss kush.
What's that shit that they would put on like throw up at school?
Comet or something?
Yeah, some shit. And it just like every
Comet,
time
yeah, it would be.
You would like
Comet.
see like there would just be something on the floor, and then there'd be like this fucking pile of fucking random shit, and you're just sitting there, and you're just like, yo, that smells worse than the throw up. Like,
can't stain the floors.
It's just so funny to me, dude.
Man, that's literally what they did though to mask it. They're just like, yeah, we'll put this on here.
Yeah, but think about being a janitor and you just like walk around all day just throwing powder on top of kids' vomit.
Or cleaning up like shit. I bet
so
that
Juan
was
does all day.
That's what he does all day, bro. Like sitting there, he'll be sitting there.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Juan, we had a kid spew, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh.
Turns his walkie off. Let me get a sativa.
Let me get a sativa. Just clicks it to a different channel.
You love your job? I love my job.
I'm never there.
That's got to be hilarious. That you're just like,
bro, we're like
janitor for an elementary
8 minutes down the road too, not including like. And those are if the lights are all green. To elementary school.
Some elementary school.
I'm trying to think of the
middle
one over
school.
here,
It's gotta be close. It's close enough to where it's in walkie-talkie range because the motherfucker brings in his walkie-talkie.
That's true.
And talks to the principal.
That's very true. Like he's close enough to be in walkie-talkie range.
I mean, some of those are like between. It's like 16 miles. Some of them.
Are they?
Yeah.
It is like one of those industrial ones, those big ones.
He's got a heavy duty
that's
like
true.
firefighter fucking walkie-talkie.
Yeah, he's got a point. That's crazy though. Like a little handheld one you bought at the store.
Fucking like Dollar Mart for $6.95.
That's what it is.
Yeah, no, man. How have you guys been? How's your day?
Shut the fuck up, bro. How are you? How was your day?
Yeah, because we haven't fucking done a podcast in literally like 2 weeks.
You know?
So I'm asking.
I just talked to you yesterday.
I'm asking you about today. I'm not asking you about fucking yesterday.
The past two podcasts, I fucked up.
You did. You fucked up, bro. He came all the way over here.
It happened.
You missed it twice.
You missed it. Not once.
Which is weird.
Twice.
Yeah, it's weird.
You would have thought that I would have been that guy.
I don't know how that happened.
Well, you had to catch up with us. We've been those guys.
It's just weird. It happened twice. The second time was just...
Fool me once.
I think that's when I ran out of work. I ran out of life with that day. I was just like,
I don't blame you.
I cashed out.
I don't blame you.
That one was funny.
You just rage quit.
That was funny as
rage
fuck.
Quit. Yeah,
I was like, no, that's literally what you did.
I shut my Xbox off. Yeah, I was like, I'll start it tomorrow. Dude. I'm not doing this shit no more.
Take it now.
I don't care if it's not supposed to be turned off in the middle.
It worked in your favor though. You didn't really get like in trouble, right? You just got talked to.
Yeah, but now they're really gonna get me next time.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get you.
You had one good chance at it, you know. Worth.
Yeah.
You probably got one in the chamber too. You know.
I don't think so. No anymore.
Why not anymore?
No, bro. No? Let's just focus on the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah. You guys ever heard of the Schroeder? What is that?
I don't know, piece of fucking.
You guys ever heard of the Schroeder cat?
On my floor.
Sorry.
The Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat.
It's the world's most confusing pet.
Okay. What's so confusing about it?
You ever heard of a cat that's both dead and alive at the same time?
Me.
Welcome to the world of quantum superstition.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
the next
world.
chapter. KYE. What the fuck is half dead, half alive cat?
I read that wrong. Superposition, not superstition. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Because of very different.
Yeah, dude, but shut up, dude. It
Very
sounded
different.
cool. Like, if I wouldn't have corrected it, you guys would have never known. It was on me, and
You're not
I wanted
wrong.
to let you guys know that it was wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
I feel like you should have been wearing a turtleneck reading all
He's
this.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
turtleneck.
Stez, he's sorry.
I don't wear a turtleneck. You know, Tony Hinchcliffe wears a turtleneck, one of my idols, but I don't. The
You
turtleneck.
should try it out, man.
It
Probably like you got big muscles, so it'd be like looking good in the turtleneck. You look like The Rock.
Yeah, that's what I
Turtlenecks,
was just thinking. That picture of the Rock with the fanny pack.
Turtlenecks are so gay, dude. Would you guys ever wear a turtleneck?
I own one. I own two.
Little people would wear turtlenecks.
I'm a small person.
I don't know. You gotta
I
find
hate shit around my neck, bro. I hate collar shirts too. That's really what it is.
me personally. I'm kind of like,
My cousin.
no, what the fuck? You're in the middle of a podcast.
Right, I am.
Motherfucker can wait.
Yeah, tell him to wait.
Hey, bro, you
But-
gotta wait.
Good God, bro.
This is
But no, what were you saying? about you said a half alive cat, half dead cat?
Yes.
What the fuck is that, bro?
It's quantum superposition, dude, okay? The thought experiment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Erwin Schrödinger, a physicist, created the bizarre mental experiment to show how absurd quantum mechanics can be.
Okay.
A cat is placed in a box with a radioactive atom.
Jesus Christ.
Was this in Chernobyl?
Yeah, this is gonna go. This
is
gonna get fucked up.
Who did this?
Dude, could you just guide? Listen,
Where was he funded?
Ask the question. Ask the questions when his last name is Schrödinger. Okay, he's fucking German.
Enough said.
Yeah, for real.
Right. And then so they put they place a cat in a box with a radioactive atom, a Geiger counter, and a poison vial that breaks if the atom decays. Okay. So are we listening to this? Listen, guys. We're talking quantum physics right now.
My brain's too tiny for this conversation.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Your brain's just getting into it.
Dude, what the fuck is going on right now?
No, it's
You're
just
mentally.
It's right when you first
molesting my brain.
It's right when you first walk onto the court. Like it hurts for a bit, and then you start shooting threes, then you get good at it. You know how it goes.
Am I not wearing shoes?
No, you're not wearing shoes.
Why does it hurt?
Yeah. You don't even have shoes at first, bro.
All right.
You gotta rent those. Okay. It's a part of a game I'm working on. Anyway, dude, back to this, dude. Look, here's the thing. It's fucking. What was your question though?
What the fuck?
No, it wasn't a question. It was more of a what the fuck. I don't know if I understand.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna break it down.
He put a cat inside a box with a radioactive
atom, a Geiger counter.
It's like the beginning of a fucking comic book.
A poison vial that breaks if the atom decays.
This is some Marvel shit, bro.
Okay, so that's what he's. Okay, so if an atom decays,
this cat's gonna turn into the Hulk.
Because you know what an atom is, right? We're all made of atoms. An atom is a single.
It's a building block of life, man.
It's what it is, okay? We're all made of atoms, okay? So when an atom...
they don't touch.
So when an atom decays...
They don't touch each other?
Right? So when an atom decays, the vial will then open, okay? Will then break, right? So that's... I don't know how the vial and the atom... I guess it's some sort of chemical reaction they got going on, okay? This is like science, and it gets into weird shit, okay? But science and magic are all connected, but I will get into that later, okay? But so it's like... It seems like magic is what I'm getting at. That's what's creepy about it, okay? So since atomic decay follows quantum probability... The cat is in a superposition of being both dead and alive until you open the box.
When you open the box, is he just dead?
This demonstration demonstrates how observation affects reality in quantum mechanics.
So what was the end result? My mind went...
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like...
Radioactive cat in a box.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know, I can compute it.
No, listen, I think I kind of... So it's like... It's basically like quantum particles exist in multiple states at once until measured.
Huh? Okay.
So quantum particles all exist everywhere until you measure them. Remember we talked about this in a previous episode, though, Isaac. Remember what I was saying? Like you turn around, your back seat's not there until you turn around and the back seat's there?
It's like loading in a game.
It's just like that.
I can only see what's loaded right now, but as soon as I open that door,
literally
that all
correct.
loads up
and some people have a higher GPU,
right?
Which is weird. Like Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. He's a scary person. Okay, he is an evil genius, whatever you want to say. He's an intelligent human, right?
Yeah.
So like that type of person has like a GPU or a CPU that's like firing faster than like a fucking homeless guy that's walking on the side of the road that can't hold a job. You know what I mean? So it's like, what's going on with that? It's like we're computers, obviously. Like, you know what I mean? There's better computers and other people have better software. It's just like, what is that though? Like what? But I swear...
You had to say that the homeless man couldn't hold the job.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Come on, explain that to me. I know. I like this. I like being in the hot seat. Keep turning it up. Turn up the heat. I'm getting sweaty.
No, I guess it's a good example of what Elon Musk is not.
He was homeless and you just kicked him in the...
Apparently Elon Musk is homeless. He doesn't own any property. He rents everything, so technically he is homeless.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but anyway, like back to this, dude. Okay, so basically what that whole thing is like a very strange way. Basically, Schroeder made science. Hold on, let me try to.
Where'd you read this in Twilight?
Let me decipher these notes.
Sid is Schroeder.
What's your last name, Sid? What's going on here?
If this theory is real, cat owners would never know if they needed to refill the food bowl or plan a funeral.
Dude, everybody's calling me.
That's my joke, dude.
That's fucking hilarious, though.
Are you literally fucking texting on the podcast, dude? This is a violation, bro.
There's so many people hitting me up right now. I'm trying to tell them.
Tell him you gotta tell him you have 45 fucking minutes, dude.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You should have told him that before. You put your phone.
I answered the phone. I was like, "Yo, not right now."
It's fucked up, Des.
No, that was good. That's what you guys told me to do.
It's fucked up,
That's
Des.
not what we told you to do.
Yes, it was.
No one said that.
He's literally texting on the fucking.
We told you not to answer
show.
the phone.
Who's a podcaster guy you like to watch? Who's your favorite podcast?
Jocko.
So if Jocko picked up his phone and texted his friends during the show, you'd be sad, wouldn't you?
Would I?
I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't know if I would be either. Honestly,
He'd be in the middle of a part like, war is hell.
Hold on. I gotta tell these people to not text me. I've got a podcast.
We're getting messages. Hold on.
No, all it does, you know what that does? It kills the flow. That's what it does. It kills the flow because we're three souls that are connected, right?
Yeah.
So you have to each light has to be on. So when you looked at that text, your light slightly dimmed a little bit. So the comedy connection wasn't thriving as well as it should have.
My light was
That's
dimmed.
all it was. It was just a little slightly dim because you weren't able to have a full light because half your light was focused on that goddamn text.
Yeah, you
To be
got
fair,
a little pale. I got nervous.
You got pale. I saw you. You started turning pale.
We're talking about atoms and splitting them.
Okay.
And
Not splitting them.
radioactivity.
They were decaying. They weren't getting split.
Decaying atoms now.
Splitting the atom creates a nuclear bomb.
I thought you couldn't kill the atom.
What is it?
Splitting an atom creates a nuclear bomb.
It does. That's what what's his name did. What's his name? Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Him and Einstein.
Yeah, go back to what you said, Des. I don't think it's necessary that you can't kill an atom, but isn't that their theory of the law of I forget what it is, bro, but it's energy can't be created nor destroyed. It just gets replaced.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's where the whole reincarnation thing begins, you know what I mean? Where
That's fucking magic, bro.
Souls are basically just replaced. That's why people do the same shit over and over again.
You fucking hippies.
There's average people that do the same thing because those mindsets are just recycled. How do they disappear? How does a destructive mindset disappear? It doesn't. It just gets locked into another human and they just create a destructive life.
But technically it's not even even if let's say a human dies, that energy can be made into something completely different.
That's true.
You know, it's not necessarily a human dies and a human comes back into the world.
It could be made into a fucking
a tree or
or something in a completely different universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. To stay in this universe?
I thought it would be this universe, but now you got me questioning.
Maybe when the atoms dissolve, that's when you can go through the different realms.
Well, that's what Flash is all about. The only reason he can travel I think he gets a power where he can travel through walls. It's because he's able to move his atoms fast enough where it just phases through.
All those Marvel ones have science and physics to tie with it.
They're pretty cool.
Which is interesting.
They're pretty cool. I like it. But isn't it interesting that
cool.
you're
Sounds
full
a
of
lot.
atoms, but your atoms are never touching? Even if I touch you right there, technically I'm not.
That's what. Yeah, it's it's the same thing with the magnet resistance. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everything is weird. Touching is really not touching, so it's just creepy as fuck.
It is.
So how do you feel shit if you're not touching it?
Because
you don't.
You're not really feeling anything. You've just been told you've been feeling stuff since the day you were born.
Yeah, you've been feeling it all in your mind, but not in your body.
That's the thing. If you hang out with people that don't think how the normal reality thinks,
I don't know, actually.
If you just hang out with people, that's what monasteries are and monks. They don't believe reality is what they say reality is, so they have to get out of reality because people will be like, no, it's not true. But then, okay, I have to get away from you because you're still stuck in the reality. So I have to get out of you because if you think reality's real, we're never going to get anywhere.
Get out of me.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
That's why I say
really
get out of me.
It's deep. Shout out Inception.
Shout out Inception.
Shout out Inception.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Conception.
Yeah.
Before you leave, dude, I need to show you that fucking track I sent you, but I put auto-tune on it.
Okay.
So I need to pitch correction.
You're going to have to end this shit short then. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know, right?
I ain't going to be late.
I don't want you to be late. Yeah, you can't be late, dude.
Can't be
when
more
you got
than
to be
6
there,
minutes late,
3:30.
Austin.
Yeah.
We got to get you there at 3:25.
Or they'll fucking behead me.
You know exactly. Okay, well, if you guys didn't like the fucking other one, you know.
No, I liked it.
I can't,
no.
it's just hard to come, bro, you're talking to,
I explained it in a retarded way, too.
It's like a 12th grader talking to, a fucking 3rd grader about, some crazy algebra question.
That's what makes it.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
But that's it's just how it is. I mean, what do you mean?
It is. It is.
But
how it
after
is.
a while, it won't be that way.
Dude.
If I looked more into it, I think I could understand.
Of course you could.
You know, obviously, just hearing it off bat.
And hearing it through me is also extremely difficult.
Yeah, because after all that, you're like, so you never know if you should pour a bowl of food or set up a funeral. That shit threw me off. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what happened to that cat, bro? I want to know what happened to the cat after that experiment.
Nah, they fucking killed that shit, dude. There's no telling what they used to do.
That was probably like cat number B126 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to the others?
That's true.
They were all adopted.
Let's see. All right, well, I got another one. I got another one that'll break your reality, dude.
Okay.
Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance because
something new every day, guys.
Even he thought it was ridiculous.
So what is it called? Spooky what?
Spooky Einstein.
Quantum entanglement. The spooky connection that breaks reality. That's what I
Spooky connection.
Spooky Einstein.
Quantum entanglement.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about quantum entanglement. So, because all we are technically particles, right? We're just a bunch of small particles, but it all goes, like, I remember how we talked about, like, you zoom into your atoms, you can go forever, you zoom out, you can zoom out forever. Mm-hmm. Like, it goes both ways. Like, you can go super deep in, it's just our eyes won't let us go in. You know what I mean? But you can. It's just, we don't have the ability to. Not to say that you can't.
Yeah. Just
like, because he can dunk and I can't dunk, I'm just going to be like, oh, I can't dunk. Dunking's not possible. It's just because I'm white and I can't jump. That's literally all it is.
I mean, you got to be tall to dunk, too, bro.
I'm 6 foot. What do you think? How tall you got to be?
I don't know.
Nate Robinson's like 5'6" and can dunk.
Oh, well, then I guess maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're right. I'm just saying it's crazy.
Well, I just say it like, you know, like I was telling Des about NBA players, is that, like, you'll have, like, a tall-ass person going and about to dunk on somebody, and they're, like, maybe, like, a whole foot taller than the person that's trying to block them. But that person can jump higher. So that person can block the ball.
Because they can jump taller than they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You know, it's just so interesting. And, you know, even like if you're, like, only 6'3" and you're going against someone that's 7 foot, the wingspan of a 6'3" person is pretty big.
Well, it just goes to show you, like, what a strong mindset can do. Because, like, Nate Robinson was probably the shortest guy on the team and was always told, bro, you're not going to dunk. And he's like, watch me. And he can and he won dunk contest, bro. Motherfucker's like 5'8", dunking on fucking 6'4" motherfuckers, bro. It's crazy.
It actually reminds me of Mac McClung. You know Mac McClung?
Who is that?
He's on the Orlando Magic, like, G League, but every so often.
He's turned into a fucking Barstool. Ugh.
I don't know.
Turned his sports shit off.
But he won the dunk contest, but he's, like, small as fuck.
It's cool how that is.
I guess he's the new Nate Robinson. I don't want to make that comparison.
Well, there's a few guys. The Nate Robinson's the one that's a shorter dude. There's
this guy's tiny. He's jumping over cars, winning contest.
Dude, I can't. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that are under like 5'9" that can like do crazy dunks. It doesn't seem real.
I mean, they got hops.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem real, dude. Like I said,
they probably can jump. They probably have like more air underneath them when they jump, rather than somebody who's tall.
Well, they just have crazy muscles. So like their leg muscles are just fucking so strong. They can and their body weighs so little that their legs are just they can just lift themselves up.
Right.
It's crazy, bro.
It's cool.
Yeah, it seems fake, but
someone's got to check their shoes.
Yeah, check their
quantum
shoes.
entanglement.
They have helium in there.
Yeah.
Two quantum particles become linked, no matter how far apart they are. Change one, and the other reacts instantly, even if it's on the other side of the universe.
That's interesting. That kind of reminds me of like the test that like the Nazis scientists would do like on like twins. You know, they would try to get one thing to.
Why is it always gotta affect one twin? Back to the Nazis, bro.
Because that's what a lot of those scientists were crazy, bro.
Crazy good?
I don't know about that.
Well, a lot of them after World War II became a part of the United States government. But anyway, continue.
Oh but like they would do things to one twin in order to try to see if it would affect the other. You know, put like one through torture and like try to see if there's any effect from.
And that is a study of quantum entanglement.
Yeah.
So they're doing that's a physics study. But like if somebody like because like I heard that story when I was like 15 or some shit, and I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
That's crazy they're doing shit like that. Because I remember you learn about the Holocaust in like high school and shit.
We're doing worse shit than that.
But the way that the teacher explains it is like that, but they don't explain, no, they're doing quantum physics to see if one particle over here is affecting one particle over there. It's crazy shit. It's not ethical.
Mm-hmm.
But why didn't they explain it in a quantum physics way? Did they not know that that's what they were doing? I guess
they're like, this Jew must die, and I need to.
They're probably more so like, showing or giving like examples of the horrific things that were done, rather than understanding why it was done.
And like I said, I know for a fact, bro, like that, all that, well, not for a fact, I shouldn't say that. I just know, like, there's some weird shit with those concentration camps and, like, spirituality, and they were doing weird shit with, like, mass death and, like, mass suffering. Remember how I tell you, like, those frequencies of mass suffering and how they affect certain areas? Mm-hmm. I swear that's what they were doing with that shit.
You should probably go on that land and see if you can like grow a tomato there. Or something.
I used to be like really big into like the paranormal shit, and then I was like, I had this realization one time. I was like, well, all of these places are haunted. These places aren't haunted at all. You know what's haunted? People. Mm-hmm. You can become as haunted as a building. The ghost will become in you, and then you're haunted forever, and you can't get it out because you're too ignorant to deal with it. You know what I mean? You yourself can become haunted. Nobody talks about that. And that's what happens when you go around and fuck around with paranormal shit. You become haunted.
That energy is frightening, too.
Would you do Ouija?
See, that's the thing, dude. I have in the past, and it's like, I swear you become haunted, dude. You know what I mean?
Get
right?
freaked out.
But it's nothing but peace and love over here. But it is. But it is weird. Yeah. He's like, Ozzy's like, I played with him too.
I was like, I didn't play with him.
Why am I in the middle, guys? I feel fucking weird.
Ozzy's eyes are white.
I was like, we played it together.
But no, it's weird, dude. That's what's
360.
But that's what's creepy about it. They talk about the places, but it's actually you that can become haunted. And that's one thing that they don't tell you about all that creepy shit. It's like you have to protect yourself, and that energy is creepy, and it's a lot more intelligent than you think it is,
Yeah, and I think that, like, another thing is, like, a lot of people, like, have good energy, They'll have good energy, and they go towards something like that, and that kind of stuff can't get onto them because they just have a good amount of energy. Obviously, if you're messing with, like, a Ouija board or, going to, like, I don't know, like a place like Auschwitz or something, like, you go there, it's like, I bet, like, even with the best energy in the world, you can't fight that. No. That's just, like, the most, like, brutal, devastating energy.
Millions of souls. Millions of souls.
Well, not ever existed, but.
Millions?
Millions. Dude.
Millions, bro.
Millions?
I think it's like over 6 million souls.
6 million?
Well, it was 6 million Jews, and then it was, like, 5 to 6 million, like, of other races, too.
Like, what do they call them? They, like, tried to help them and shit?
I guess, but, I mean, it was
sympathizers?
Just like...
Probably, like, gay people, black people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It is so interesting.
So it was around, like, between, like, 10 to 12 million people that actually, suffered from all that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
It's a big number.
It is.
It's weird to think that...
And they won the 2014 World Cup. Like, what the fuck?
Who did?
Fucked up, man. Germany.
That's why Germany gets mad at us because we won't let them live it down.
They were completely dismantled.
I mean, the Japanese don't let us give up the bombing thing.
They were completely.
They didn't have a choice.
That's what's creepy.
They didn't have a choice.
Well, they were creepy. They were completely their whole entire.
They didn't actually. They really didn't.
Who didn't?
Who was the first person to drop the atomic bomb?
Yeah.
They really didn't.
Yeah, and who,
as soon as that happened, everybody in the world was like, "That's real as fuck."
And who were the Nazis? And who were the Nazis trying to kill the Jews who
we
helped America create the nuclear bomb? So
Mm-hmm.
it gets even crazier. You know what I mean? It's like because it's like, and that was the only deterrent to stop them. And then you see that, and then they start linking the nuclear bomb to alien technology. And if you do all the research with the Nazis linked to the aliens, it gets even crazier, bro. Because it's all the same thing. It's all linked. Like that type of experimentation is because, like I said, they were focused on like quantum entanglement and like this type of science in the 60s. Yeah. And that's what started the real war. You know what I mean? It was like that crazy type of information that they have, where it's like, we want that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, why? How do you have that information? Like, where did you get that from?
Yeah, and I really feel like, genuinely, if Germany didn't flip on Russia, it would have been a lot different history.
Oh, dude,
history would have been completely changed.
That last battle, in the fucking, I can't remember what city it was in, but that was when Russia and America teamed up to that. Without the Russians, they would have never won.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like the Russians helped with America win World War II for sure.
Kind of crazy when even the Russians are like, okay, this is this has gone too far.
Well, like the thing is that like Germany like betrayed them, you know, and then the Russians fell back, and Germany kept trying to push towards them, but Germany wasn't prepared for the type of weather that Russia is fucking born in, which is like the cold, bro. Mm-hmm. And Germany a lot of their soldiers just died because of being in the cold. And all that kind of shit. Russia was just like, yo, we're fucking built for this. We know how to take care of ourselves.
A lot of it's creepy too.
It all goes back to just knowing your home turf and land and war. Huh?
A lot of it was like if Hitler never would have gotten on crazy meth, they say he would have won. You know what I mean? Because like Ozzy was talking about that one where he sent him out into the winter, that changed everything. If he wouldn't have done that, you know what I mean? That one movement, it's just creepy how it all like links to how close it was. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
and
super.
I think he was just mad with power.
His mental, he lost his mind after a while. So because he's doing things that he probably thought he could never do.
He was haunted.
Well, for sure was a creepy motherfucker, dude. For sure. If you can just kill 6 million or Jews just in general, not even including the other 6 million people that would have nothing to do with that.
Fucking be able to eat boiled goose
and just walk around and be like talking and shit. That's kind of weird.
And, like babies and
have
stuff.
no guilt. So he was obviously like his brain was wired in a way to where he didn't feel like human emotion. Yeah, very interesting.
It's frightening. You guys ever seen like the blueprints of some of the like crafts that they wanted to build?
Oh, dude.
Like the tanks, the airplanes and shit.
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, dude, if I saw that, like, dude, that thing was like literally the size of like 5 planes, you know? Like 5 huge planes nowadays.
They had like crazy like
giant tanks and stuff.
Crazy technology. And like
tanks where people would be like standing and walking throughout the tank. That's how giant it would have been, bro. Huge things. And you're sitting there, you're like, what? Why you need that?
It's crazy.
World domination. Well, that's what it is, bro.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's creepy.
Good God.
You think there's gonna be a World War III?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I hope not.
I don't know, but right now, like I was reading this thing about
let's
how,
not egg it on.
China stopped the
our podcast could send it over, dude.
I guess China stopped like the import of like I forget what it was, like certain materials that are like highly valuable, like elemental materials.
Yeah,
115.
And like someone was making a comparison. It's like, bro, this is literally the entire plot of Black Ops 2. And I was like, God damn, chill.
Dude, I don't like when they do those.
I don't like it either.
I don't like when they do those war games, like where they start talking about like if you look at like the plot line of like the last Modern Warfare 3, it's like about how the Russians and America hate each other, and it's like, you're like, whoa, can we not get into this? Can we all be friends in the game at least?
No Russian.
You don't even think about it, but then you're like, wait, there were like so many missions in like United States cities, like, and the city was completely destroyed, and you're just like, oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, I kind of want to play Modern Warfare 2 again, dude.
The one in London, you know what I mean? Where you gotta run through the streets of London and shit, and apparently that's because like the Russians have a nuke or some shit?
Yeah, they were gonna set off a bomb and you have to stop them. You have to disable the bomb.
Where are they getting this from, and why are they putting this information in our heads?
But then they launched...
It's all propaganda.
It is, bro. It literally fucking... It's propaganda for kids through games.
It's great.
They got my ass, bro. I was the first one to like want to like...
you seen that little girl run, and they took a picture of her, and then like...
Think about this. This can't be... This can't be by accident. Okay, where like 2001
it's all programmed.
2001 happened. You know what I mean? Fucking, and then literally, like, that was like when a war was big in America, everything. What was the poppin' #1 game? Call of fucking Duty, bro. Like 8 years later, bro. Like, they started rolling out, like...
boosted the U.S. economy by at least 1%.
It started getting people to want to join the military, you know what I mean? And it started getting people really interested in, like, warfare and, like, guns and things that are just not... There's more to life than that.
The new day and age of... manipulation.
You know? And they got me, bro, because I was into it. You know what I mean? And that's what's so creepy.
It's pretty advanced. Advanced warfare. It says it in the fucking name of the fucking game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's
we still don't have
advanced warfare.
They literally telling you what the fuck it is.
made by China.
And it's all about fucking terrorism, which is what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
You're terrorizing us through propaganda.
Isn't this cool?
Dude, look at that. 36 minutes into the fucking podcast, we just... fucking what?
We're gonna become blacklisted.
Yeah, exactly.
We're literally gonna become. You know how many good YouTubers I know that tell the truth that are just blacklisted?
We uncovered the fucking secret of the earth.
That's why you get Patreons, and you find people that are like-minded, and they'll fund you, dude. You know, don't
That's
worry.
how
We gotta stop doing this podcast here, bro. Like, it's getting too deep, man.
No, it's not getting too deep.
No,
It's
it's
getting
not.
real.
Yeah,
It's getting too real.
All right?
It's getting too real.
It's getting fun.
What do you mean?
I see a red dot on you already, bro.
Well, I don't. What do you think will happen?
My
like,
guy's aiming at them. Yeah, what do you think will happen?
what do you think? Some guy like and that would be crazy. If
Dude, they're gonna kill me.
No,
they're gonna take my semen. They're gonna clone me.
Why would they
Put me
kill you?
back in my bed before my girl notices, and then it's gonna be clone me for the rest of my life.
You didn't make Call of Duty.
No, but I'm spilling the secrets of it, and it's worth like $1 kajillion.
Well, you know, these are
But
all,
none of the Call of Duties are working now.
Yeah, they are.
Not really.
Are you fucking
mean?
joking, dude?
Why do you say that?
All
Compared
my
to like how it was
he just
before.
asked me to
Oh, I
play
know what you
fucking
mean. Yeah, you're right. It kind of fell
Warfare
off.
with him
Yeah,
yesterday.
because if you
It
look
fell
at
off.
like
It
a
fell off.
Call of Duty that came out in like 2010 compared to a Call of Duty that came out nowadays, people are above that. People enjoy the game now rather than feeling manipulated into falling into that because they know the truth.
Dude, Call of Duty is
we're
still
just
like the
gonna go.
number one game of all time still.
Yeah, I know, but
But
what
I-
I'm saying is that people aren't so manipulated into being like, oh, this is something I would want to do in real life.
Oh no, yeah. Like remember, like me and him were watching a Juggalo dude. He was talking about video games, saying like all the moms were saying like, you know, I don't let my kid play video games because they're too violent. They're gonna go out and kill people. Like that probably is like, you know, they're obviously not gonna do that. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. We all didn't think about going out yet. You know, gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, hold on. I got to take back what I said because now I think about it, bro. They have drone videos on like YouTube of like especially the Ukraine-Russia war right now.
Mhm.
They have drone videos of people that fly drones into
People?
people that explode.
That's
on impact.
crazy. That is so
Is
crazy.
it like
What does the world come to? Fucked up place.
and it's recorded?
Yeah,
It's recorded, bro,
YouTube.
on the fucking drone.
Obviously, they have
The drone got a
to
little
blur it out.
GoPro on it
Yeah,
that sends a
but-
signal to the fucking
No, it's
home base.
It's literally just someone that's literally sitting with some sort
Like
of
this.
controller, and they're flying it around looking for people.
Jesus.
And another thing is this, bro, is that a lot of it, bro, is yeah, I understand this is a war, but at the same time, a lot of it is like military crimes. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like they'll hurt someone.
There is no
and someone
crime in
that's
war.
injured in war.
No.
Technically,
Normally they'll do it after.
yeah.
After
there is.
There's no rules.
Well, there is. Look,
There is rules.
There is rules. There is
No.
rules. There
Like,
is.
Hey, I'm gonna go to war with you, but
you
we're
see-
gonna kill so
Like
many
World
people.
War II,
but,
there
like,
was like a whole like
let's
rule
put some
where
rules, though.
you weren't supposed
It's a
to
fucking
attack.
game.
Like,
There's rules.
It's a
you weren't
game
supposed
then.
to.
It's a
God
fucking
damn it! Listen,
game.
Listen, there's,
there is
Hate it.
literally a rule where you're not supposed to attack, like where they're keeping people that are like injured,
right.
like, and you're not supposed to do that. And Germany did that a lot.
You don't attack hospitals. You don't attack schools. You don't. And there's also
it's just like common things.
You also don't. There's no chemical.
Those are
weapons.
not rules. Those are unwritten rules
here's the
where
thing.
it's just
No, no,
like,
no.
hey,
Well, here's
we
the-
hope you have
You want me to
some
explain it?
motherfucking sense of morals
I
and
can explain it.
ethicals. You know what I'm saying? But most of the times, these niggas going to wars are doing split atom tests on twins and shit.
Yeah, so then after that happens, you know what they do? Like, after the war's won by the person that made those rules, right? They then go after the people that did that. Hence,
History
all
is
the Nazis
written
and
by the
everyone you
victor,
see
man.
that go put on trial even now. You'll see Nazis that they found that have been hiding out in their fucking 90s, and they put them on fucking trial for the shit they did in
For their
concentration
war
camps.
crimes.
For their war crimes. So they still, these people, even though you did it under your own government, you're still linked to the Nazi government. So if you're labeled a Nazi, they're still looking for you now, Des. You know what I mean? They
gotta
still
go.
are.
But that's the biggest thing is a lot of SS soldiers all went to South America. You know?
Yeah.
I definitely gotta go.
Yeah. So there's like a whole I forget that guy's name, but he like
I'm
does,
not a
he
Nazi.
like goes through like different kinds of torture methods to like
Yeah.
prove like, oh, these aren't that bad, even though he's a fucking psychopath. But yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah, no, he's fucking crazy when he does that. But he traveled to I don't remember where, but it was in South America where like there's a whole like village of just like white people, bro.
Yeah.
It's like white people, and they're descendants of Nazis.
And they all run.
It was in Uruguay, to be specific. I
And it's
know
like,
what you're
think-
talking about. And Argentina.
You can only, like I said,
Big one in Argentina.
They can only chase you for so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
And in this and into
Messi
so many
might be a fucking.
and into so many places. You know
He's
what I mean?
not.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, shit. It's just
it's
frightening,
impossible
bro.
to catch them all. You know what I mean?
Like Pokemon.
And some of them like
You know, there was how many of them?
Their great grandfather.
151.
That was a fucking Nazi.
Yeah,
You know,
they have all those.
Yours?
Like
I said, and people there like they love their grandfather.
They have, like,
you
all-
know,
Oh yeah.
they're proud of what they were and who they were.
Like fucking skinheads.
they have all their memorabilia and shit like in their like they hold it as like fucking trophies and shit.
I mean, that shit is. I don't know why, but it's worth so much money.
Well, you got to think, bro. All you really had to do is make sure that you knew like another language, right?
Spanish.
And then you just get fucking rid of your clothes. Get rid
True.
of your fucking clothes and put on a different uniform.
And you know
then
those
boom.
motherfuckers had crazy money, so they all just bounced out and just lived the rest of their life in like a nice tropical climate.
Yeah.
But like I said,
They were off the fucking hook. That's just not.
no.
that's not fair.
Well, physically they were off the hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
We're still looking for you.
They're still looking for him, dude. Don't worry. All right, we'll find him, Des. Through quantum entanglement or not, we're gonna find.
We uncovered the secrets.
There's a new
of
thing they're doing. They're finding Nazis through quantum entanglement. They're finding
Call
their
of Duty.
particles. What are you doing?
So we uncovered the secrets of Call of Duty. We uncovered the secrets of Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
They built the fucking thunder gun and ray
So it's
gun.
like back to the quantum entanglement thing, right? Change one and the other reacts instantly, even if it's on
Did
the
they?
other side of the universe, right?
They did.
What is it?
Twins.
What?
They did. They reacted.
Well, those studies, they're really not. There's no. I don't really know. I haven't really looked into the.
That's
into
a different
that study.
thing that I was comparing what Sid is saying to.
But like they're saying like the twins. What are you doing? What the fuck was that?
There's a person walking by,
over
like,
there.
right
I had to
next
see what
to
the
the
fuck he was
thing.
doing.
What was he doing?
He was doing something suspicious.
Not walking on the sidewalk. That's right to the right of him.
Jesus. There's all kinds of crackheads.
He was
out
wearing
there.
a lawn shirt though. I caught that at the end. So
Okay, good.
makes
He's-
sense. He's on the lawn.
He's cutting the grass there. Cutting the
I don't know
grass.
What he's doing? He's doing lawn
What race
care.
was he? Does?
If I had to say,
It's a lawn guy for sure.
Nah, Jesus.
that's the wrong guy. Sid.
Oh.
That's a
got a-
The guy's
student.
got a freaking. Is that a bait backpack or something? Got a shark mouth.
I don't know, man. They can't see it. It's bad content.
Now they can
One
see
day,
it.
one day we'll have a camera out
Look.
there. We'll just film people that walk by without their
Look.
consent. Is that illegal to do? It's a public place.
Legal in Florida.
It's public. It's a public place.
In public, yeah.
We're in public.
Some states you need a two-party consent,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we're off the
I
hook.
think we're good here.
Yeah, we're
Did you
in
see that thing
Florida.
with Vitaly? He got arrested in the Philippines.
I think that's a skit, man.
I don't think
It has
it's
to be a
good.
skit. Dude, he's wearing fucking gym shorts, like with like.
Yeah, why is he? Why didn't they put him in a prison outfit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a skit.
They didn't put him in prison.
They don't have one- well, first of all, be
first
real.
off, he like tried to hijack. Well, he wasn't really doing it, but he like got on like a police officer's bike there, and was like jokingly like on it, and that guy let him slide. But then he like took one of the like security guards' hats or something, and then like a whole bunch of shit happened. I don't know. It was just like a weird
Yeah,
situation.
you can't do too much. You're a stupid tourist, dude.
Well, back
He
to like
deserves
why
it.
he's wearing that. I don't think they have a prison outfit big enough for him. In the Philippines, there's no one that big ever. So it's like they.
that was a good one. Didn't.
Well, just
It's,
like
it's
that.
real too, though. I don't think they
Yeah.
actually have an outfit for him. There's like, just
What
keep him in-
size would
just
it
keep
be,
him in his
like,
clothes. He arrested him, and we can't find anything to
10x
fit
or
him.
something.
Yeah, there's no
10XL.
talent. They're not gonna make a custom fucking prison suit for that guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like shit like
But if
that
he's
happens.
living there for the rest of his life, maybe, because they're talking about, oh, we're gonna give him life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Shit like that happens, but then they end
Start
up
making
just
some.
like deporting him. They just
Easy
deport him.
bread.
Yeah, they'll deport him.
Fucking, he's banned from the country.
They'll deport him to America, and America will be like, "What'd you do? You took a guy's hat.
He's
You-
off the
you do that
hook,
Here, it's
bro.
fine."
This guy's off the hook.
Change your fucking outfit. What the fuck you wearing?
What are you talking, bro? If I were to go to a cop and take off his hat, bro, he's shooting me. He's shooting me and knifing me in the neck.
Yeah, because you touched him. You gave him a right to arrest you. You can say that you tried to do whatever the fuck.
He
to
tried to
him.
fucking kiss me. I shot him.
Yeah,
I kissed him back and then I shot him.
there was one thing where I said like he like tried to reach
Love
for like
versus war, bro. Love versus war.
Who tried to reach for
That's
what?
say like
that's
tried to
funny
reach for
experiment.
like a weapon or something.
Who?
Vitaly. There's like
Oh,
one charge in
shit.
there where he tried to reach for like an officer's weapon or something.
Alright,
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's OD. That's definitely OD.
Mm-hmm.
They got, I mean, for obvious reasons, he's getting fucking deported. He's lucky he's not serving hard
I
time.
don't even
or-
know if he's getting deported.
I want to see Vitaly try this in North Korea.
Yeah, he was close. He almost made it.
He was
was
in North
making his-
Korea?
he was in the Philippines. He was,
I mean,
he
he
was
was
making his way there.
He was on the right track.
Slowly but surely.
And bro, I remember that guy that got arrested because he tried to take like a poster on the wall in North Korea.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they arrested him for that.
Oh, they put him in a. They remember? You remember?
Yeah,
What happened to
I
him?
saw his trial, bro.
He
He was
died, I
crying.
think.
Yeah, they put him in a thing. They put him in like a Korean.
He died, bro.
They put him in a. They gave him like 20 years in a Korean work camp, and then they're like, all right, yeah, no, we'll just work him. And then I guess they beat him so much and turned him brain dead. They're like, we can't have this American die in our
Literally.
hands. So then they shipped him back so he could die.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
That's literally it. That's literally what happened.
They had to ship him back. Well, no, we can't have this guy. An American dying in North Korea.
You can have him back.
That's so fuck. That's like a South Park fucking episode. That's so
Send him
fucked
back
up.
so he can die. He probably was dead or there. They're just like, just say he died there,
He was
please.
so scared
Plane
too,
ride,
bro.
once he
He
passes
suffered
the
so much. That's so
U.S.
fun.
border, you say he passed away in the plane.
Please,
All right.
please. We
Dude,
can't have this.
We won't do this again.
We'll
I
pay you a
promise.
cajillion million women. Is
Probably
what
don't-
all they have to
didn't pay
offer.
none. They probably did none. They were just like, hey, we're deporting them now.
We won't nuke you.
North Korea is a scary place.
Well, we'll end it on North Korea.
racist.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in next time to the Kill Your Ego show.
Is saying North Korea is scary racist?
No, I think
No.
it's literally a communist country.
Yeah, it's a
that
dictatorship. The fucking guy, literally anything the guy himself throws people out of windows.
they literally drop mortars right next to the border of
That's what I-
South Korea, North Korea.
He probably gave that
Bro.
guy. The guy himself probably locked himself in a room with that guy and gave him the brain damage himself, and then shipped him back.
It's fucked up, bro. Shout out
like-
KYE podcast. You'll learn
That's
a
it.
lot.
Kill
You'll
your
learn
ego.
a lot.
Not yourself.
KYE podcast, baby.
Love you, love yourself. Don't kill yourself. Kill your ego.
Yeah, we out, baby. Peace.
Yeah.